And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Adobe Photoshop text tool. So I'm going to go to full screen for this. So you can locate and select the type tool in the tools panel. And then you can also press T on your keyboard to access the type tool at any time. So the quick key for the type tool is T. Very kind of one of the ones that's really easy to remember. And you can see where it is located right here. So in the control panel that's near the top of your screen, that's where you would choose your desired font and also your text size. You can also open up a characters panel, which will kind of be nested over here, and you can change the font and the type size, and you have a couple of more options in that characters panel as well. So you can click the text color picker and then choose the desired color from the dialog box. You can also change the orientation of your text. So it can be left justified, centered, right justified, a couple of different options there. So then what else you can do is you can click and drag anywhere in the document to create a text box. And what that text box does is it makes your text stay within this bounding box area. So it's not going to go run off the screen if you're typing a sentence. So that's one way that you can put text on the page. Once you start typing, the layers panel will automatically add that text layer in to your document. So you can start typing anywhere to add text to that layer. And you'll notice it's a text layer because it has the big icon of the T, and that's different than the icons for your other layers. So it's a little bit, it kind of gives you a visual to see where your type layers are. And then if you want to add a lot of text to your document, you might find it easier to work with multiple text layers because that's going to give you more control over the appearance of your text and then moving some of those different sections around. So you don't have to sit there and put in a whole bunch of returns. So then what else we will do is we're going to discuss putting your type on a path. This has to do with your assessment for this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put type on a path around this golf ball. I'm going to do the demo in Photoshop, but I wanted to put up a slide for when I share the slides with you to make, in case if you don't remember, where these specific tools are and then the settings that you will need. So you can use to put type on a path, get rid of that little icon there, either the pen tool, which is right here, and you would click and draw your path, or you'll see that the other box, if I go down there where my cursor is going to pull up my options, but the other box down below that pen tool is the ellipsis shape tool, which is different than the ellipsis selection tool. And you'll notice that when you have it selected, it shows that it's a path. So that way you know that you have the right tool selected because you're going to put type on a path, so you need to have the path option. So we're going to do a demo of this in Photoshop, and it's going to look something like this when we're done. So you can see how the text is running along these curves. So I'm just going to look at the assignment with you real quick. And the assessment is shown after the assignment in the course, but I feel as though I'm going to have to go a little bit more in depth with the assignment doing a demo than I will with the assessment. So that's why I want to show you this one first. So for this assignment, you're going to create a text on a path design. You're going to begin by bringing a digital image into Photoshop. This design needs to be a design and show thought and concept. So utilize the font features to create an interesting project. You may use photographs and text for this assignment. Your design must be 5 by 7 inches and saved as a JPEG and submitted to the appropriate Dropbox. So let's take a look at this real quick. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on. Assessment week 2. There we go. So you will be uploading the JPEG, which means you're going to have to do a save as a JPEG. Oh, no problem. And then what I will be looking at in the rubrics for this week is I'm going to be looking at your design quality. I'm going to look and see whether or not your path has a curve to it, that you've used imagery from an appropriate source, so it's licensed and royal-free imagery, and I'm going to show you where you can get that from, and that you've saved it as a JPEG. So one of the places where you can get images is freeimages.com. And I will put a link to this in the slide for you. There we go. All right. So what you'll have to do is you will have to set up an account, but it's free. So you'll just set up an account first, and then you can enter keywords looking for whatever it is that you're looking for. So whenever you use stock art, that means that it's royalty free. So let's say I'm looking for a picture of a puppy. I can type in, apparently I could type in grass puppy because there's 54 photos of that. Let's see what grass puppies are. It must be puppies laying in the grass. And you'll notice it gives you this related images from iStock up here. These ones you have to pay for. Once you scroll down to free grass puppy images and royalty-free stock photos, these are the ones that you can pick from. And you'll notice there's a very slight gray bounding box. It's an ad for iStock photo because they place ads because they're hoping you'll accidentally click on it and then pay for it. And then down here is more ads, see, from iStock photo. So let's say that I want to use this one. Click on the photo. I can download it. I want to download the full version of the photo. And then locate it. And remember how I went over naming conventions and file conventions? Make yourself a folder for week 2. And I can name it assessment. And I can drag that puppy photo in. And there it is. I also have this guy. So I'm going to drag him over. I've already downloaded him. So I'm going to kind of show you 2 of them, basically, to kind of just show you a couple of different things that you can do. I'm going to open up the golf guy first. And before I get going on this, I'm going to just end this recording and start the next recording. So that way, if you guys want to go in and just watch the recording in Photoshop, you'll be able to. So hold on one second.